In this video, I'm going to show you what a 50K a month agency actually looks like. So let's get into it. Okay, guys. So like I mentioned before, everyone kind of, if I were to kind of illustrate the kind of pedestal here, right? This is, this is third place, second place, and first place. Right here in first place is how everyone, pretty much does, right? Like 10K a month. This is what everyone wants, right? That's what everyone says. You watch the Mangachi videos. I'm not sure. I don't think Alex Mosey does it, but like pretty much like everybody wants 10K. Okay. And then pretty much nothing else really matters until you get that 10K a month. Now, what I'm going to tell you is don't put 10K on a pedestal because 10K is more achievable than you really think. Okay. Just as an example, I did $30,000. So just to give you the good illustration here, this is me thinking that I just wanted to make 10K, right? If I go in my head here, I just wanted 10K, and I wanted 10K a month, right? As I'm sure everybody else wants to as well. Now, I remember talking to one of my mentors. Okay, I paid $15,000 for a mentor, and he had asked me one question. Now, I had a business partner at the time, but he had asked me a question. He goes, what's your goal? What do you want? And this was on a Zoom call. Okay, it was a group Zoom call with like 30 other entrepreneurs that were making a lot more money than me. Okay. He asked me in front of everybody, what's your goal? What do you want to make? Now, this was my goal here, but I was a little embarrassed in front of how many people were in there. So I said 20,000. I doubled it. I said, fuck it. I'm saying double because, double's a good goal, right? I remember him looking at me with these eyes, dude, just like a straight blank face, like just looked at me and then said, dude, that's not a goal. Dude, I'm like, no word of a lie. I was like, my whole face turned red. I was super embarrassed in front of everybody. Really didn't know how to respond to that. And he pretty much told me, he goes, bro, like you need a goal. That's not a goal. Because in his mind, he had done what I wanted to do already. He knew that 10K a month is not a goal. Like it's very easy to get to 10K a month. And then guys, no joke, like fast forward, like no joke. Fast forward 2 weeks later. I'm not even joking, you guys. I collected, like cash collected, $30,000 in 13 days. 2 weeks later. I then hopped on another call with him and told him how right he was and how dumb that I now felt. I mean, I felt dumb when I pretty much felt completely embarrassed. But 2 weeks later, I go, dude, like you're absolutely right. Like one client. Again, this is before I had any clients, right? One client, I got 10 grand. Like from the systems that we build, especially in my system, you're able to pitch high ticket services because the types of business owners we're dealing with are business owners who can afford 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand. The biggest deal I've ever done was $22,000, right? Because I solve a big problem, which is getting them jobs. Like I'll demonstrate this, right? Because a lot of people think, oh man, like there's no way I'm going to pitch 10K to any business. Think about this, okay? This is you or me, whoever you want this to be, okay? This is the business owner. They look just like me, okay? If I know I can make them 50,000 every month, okay? Or actually, you know what? I'll even break that down even further. I'll give you more of a scenario. In my case, this is a HVAC business. This is an HVAC business owner, okay? Every AC system equals 10 grand, okay? Now they vary, they could be 6 grand, they could be 15 grand, but we'll just say 10K for now. I know with marketing, after doing it for a little bit, and if you haven't been doing it for a little bit, just Google it. You can find these stats online. Trust me, or use network. Find people who have done it. You'll be able to find this. Trust me. Or if not, just DM me and I'll help you out. I know I can get them with a certain amount of ad spend. So let's say I need them to spend 3K in ads every single month, and I know I could generate them 30 estimates. Okay. So this is 30 attempts that this business owner will get to basically attempt to sell them. Now, if he closes on 30%, he closes 30% of 30, he's going to make a lot more than 10 grand, right? So with that being said, I'll use this example that I was going to do originally. If I know I can make this guy 50 grand, as long as again he sticks to his part of the bargain and actually closes these guys. If he closes 50 grand, I know I can make him 50 grand. How much can I charge for that? Right? I mean, I'll tell you one, I could charge 45K. right? I mean, the return on investment is still there. Obviously, I wouldn't do that. But what I'm trying to tell you is the investment becomes a lot easier when you're on a sales call and you could show logically. Remember, logic is what you want. These guys sell to logic, not the emotional. They don't care about their emotions. They care about if you can logically show them how they can achieve 50K a month. So if I can show this guy, hey, I can get you to 50K every single month, and I charge 10K for 4 months. Okay, he's basically spending, right? If you think about it, he's spending like nothing, right? He's spending like, again, I mean, I'll literally do the math here, right? He's gonna make 200K off of my 10K. He's turning 10K investment into 200,000. It is a no-brainer. I get on sales calls with these guys, and they're rather one just saying, "Here, yeah, like what you told me is good. Let's give it a try," and they'll throw the 10K. Or you might have a bit of a battle, but the point is you sell them with logic, and that's how I'm able, and how you're going to be able to sell at 10K or at 6, 7, 8, whatever your price point is. Okay. I mean, it's going to vary per niche you go into, right? But this is how I can sleep at night knowing my services are 100% valued at 10K. Okay. Because I see a lot of people, I mean, I've said this over a million times, but especially when people first start out their marketing agency, is they have this. They have zero confidence. People have no confidence in themselves and what they can do. One, I understand because you've never done it before. Totally understandable. But the problem is when you do that to yourself, this is what you do. That's what you do. Okay? You design your offer based on your worst case fear, not your most ideal client, right? Because you're not confident in yourself. You don't know, oh, I don't know if I can get them amount of jobs. So in my offer, I'm just going to say I can get them 3, ACE installs in the next 90 days. But the problem with that is, what business owner who can easily throw 10K to something is going to find basically one job a month attractive, right? Now, this is just an example, but even if you make these numbers a little bit bigger and play with them around, it's still not attractive at all. And then you guys get on sales calls with guys that can't afford your service, and you waste your time. You're wasting ad spend, most importantly. Well, I mean, and your time if you value your time. And it's horrible. I can't tell you how many ads I see all the time. And every once in a while, I'll swipe up on the ad and try to get a hold of them and tell them, hey, listen, you're probably burning a lot of money here. You're probably talking to a lot of unqualified prospects. And for the guys that do respond back to me, they all say the same thing. They're dealing with the wrong prospects, can't afford their services. Like, if you want someone to afford 10K, your marketing, so your ads, should resonate with a big business owner. Now, your business owners are not going to be in big buildings, but you get the point. You want to attract those kind of businesses. Like with what I showed before, 3 jobs in 90 days, right? I mean, that might be just ridiculously low, but I just use that as an example. That ad is going to be attractive to a one-man van, right? I mean, it will. You're definitely gonna get a lot of guys who are like, "Oh man, like I'd love to get like AC installs because all I'm doing is just service work and it's a few $100s, right? I'd love to do like 1 to 3 installs, every quarter, okay? And then those guys are gonna come on, and then you're gonna pitch them 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4, whatever your price is, and they're gonna have a huge problem paying for it. They're gonna expect, oh man, like I expected it to be maybe like $200, right? So if you want to scale your business, right? If here, let me just delete all this. If you want to scale your business to 10, 20, 30, all the way to like 70, 80 G's a month, you have to talk to the right person. Because for me, to get to 30K a month, I need 3 clients every single month. Okay. And for me right now, my cost to acquire a client is anywhere from $800 to $1,300. That's my return on ad spend. Okay. I mean, this is supposed to be clients. I need 3 clients. So my $1,300 times 3, you can do the math, will equal 30K for me, right? I used to think 30K is like a shit ton of clients, so many clients. It's so hard to get there. It's not, because what I find that holds 99.9% of agencies back is their offer and their ICP, who they are promoting to, who they are marketing to. And then it's obviously, like when you have those things in place, then the money makes sense. Then you could start pitching the correct prices that you need to, and not pitch at, $1,000 to start, or like just like a $1,000 retainer, right? I see a lot of people even try to do this. Let me explain this too. You guys are going to love this, and I'm sure this is going to resonate with a lot of you guys. Everyone seems to love this pay per, I can't spell, pay per model. I'm done. Pay per model, okay? Everyone seems to love this model. Everyone seems to love this. And the reason why everyone seems to love this is because this is what everybody thinks, right? This is a business owner, and that when they think of this, they like it checks off everything. Oh yeah, I want pay per. I don't want to pay anything up front. I like paper model. I'm used to Angie's List, Home Advisors, Thumbtack, like everything under the book, because most of those guys are like pay per lead. There's agencies that do pay per like install, pay per estimate, pay per quote. And the reason why I'm gonna tell you right now that you do not want to do this is because who does it attract? Does it attract the little business owners that don't have money, or does it attract the big guys that have lots of money and want a really good marketing solution? If you haven't guessed it, it attracts these guys because they don't want to put anything up front. They want to pay per model because they're used to doing that already with Thumbtack and Angie's List. Do you think the big companies that are pushing 10, 20, or like even like $5 million a year, do you think they're using things like Angie's List or any paper model? Or do you think they have a marketing system that they own that's generating them business, right? These are the things you got to think about. And paper model, you're also never going to make money on paper model. It's quite ridiculous. I know most, I mean, I'm not a sucker to it. I know most guys, when they do, it's a paper model. It's not really a paper model. They just do it to get clicked on. And then when they're in a sales call, they circle back and switch everything up. But yes, no paper models. I'm telling you guys, I mean, it's hard to scale like that. I mean, I'll literally tell you a story as well. One more story, and then I'll let you guys go. When I first started my agency, I had this, a fat zero. I had no money. I mean, I had some money, but not a lot of money. I had just enough money to spend on ads. Okay? Now, when I spent money on ads, here, this is me again. I'll give myself some hair this time. When I first started ads, my price point, I started at 6K. And then I sold 6K. And then I said, okay, let's charge 7K. And then I sold for 7K. And then I went to 8. And then I sold for 8. And then I went to 9. And then I did sell a guy for 9, but the 9 became pretty difficult. So I went back to 8. 8 became a little difficult. So then I stuck it out to 7.5. And I've been at 7.5 since. Now, depending what certain clients need, I'll go higher if they need certain things like hiring, like I've done, and things like that. But that's what I did. Now, what happened? My second month in the business, when I did $30,000, I closed a few of these, obviously, right? Now, what that did for me, considering I started with $0, guys, that helped me scale my business very, very, very quickly. Because when I first started, I was doing $1,000 in ads. This is a K. $1,000 a month in ads. I closed my first deal. I collect $7.5 grand. This is month 1. Month 2, I boosted up to 3K. And what do you think that did for me month to month to month? Or what do you think I did next month, right? Do the math. This is what I did. This is how I grew my business as quickly as I did. My business has only been like fully operational and running for a little under 2 years now, almost 2 years. And I've gotten to the stage that I have been. One, because my price point makes sense. 2, because I have the right ICP and I'm marketing to the right people and I'm showing them logically how I'm going to get them to their goals. And 3, my fulfillment is good. I'm giving them consistent leads. I'm giving them estimates. I'm I'm closing the right clients that I know will close these leads. Don't get me wrong. I had trial and error. I used to sign clients that couldn't close anything, right? And then I switched up my marketing. I started marketing to the guys who I knew could close, had better relationships with those clients, longer relationships, and they continued to close. This is what you guys need to scale to 50K a month. You can definitely scale to 10, scale to 10K is ridiculously easy, especially with this model and having everything right in place. Okay. So again, go through the rest of my YouTube channel. I put a lot of stuff in here to help you guys implement the system into your business. If you don't want to go through the trial and error in consuming this content and inputting the system into your business yourself, and want to get it right the first time without any trial and error, wasted money on ad spend, or more importantly, your time, hit the link down below. you can book on a call one-on-one with me. I can see how and if it makes sense to input this into your business, and we'll scale you from there. But other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next video.